What's going on, you guys? So Errol Spence gets bombarded. There's questions from the media. Of course, he was promoting his fight of Frank Martin today. Errol Spence Jr. gets asked about quite a few things. Hit that like button for your boy. We on Bushido Boxing TV. This is where we gonna be. But the big fish. We haven't seen the big fish out and about in a minute. Talked about quite a few things in this interview. Errol Spence needs to get back on camera and get comfortable and get used to doing these interviews, because the media guys had a shit ton of questions they wanted to ask Errol Spence. Errol Spence said he wanted to get a new car. When asked about Terrence Bud Crawford and fighting Crawford, he mentioned something about getting a car. He said he can't win for losing when it comes to driving. Whether he's the cause of the accident or somebody else hitting him, Errol Spence Jr. seems to have bad luck behind the wheel. But Terrence Crawford gets brought up. They ask, who's to blame if this fight doesn't happen? Errol Spence said, I don't know. He said he just don't know. When asked, did he watch Terrence Crawford fight this weekend? He said, nah, he didn't see it. He didn't watch it, but he saw the highlights. He said, Terrence always looks good. He always looks good in fights. You know. The big fish, the fight with Crawford just didn't seem like it was on the table. He mentioned something about having a lot of options. He got options. I'm not quite sure what he was talking about, but he said it twice in the interview. But what are these options? If you're not going to fight Jermell Charlo didn't seem too interested, but things may change if push came to shove. But what options are we looking at? Drumbles Ennis got brought up. High risk, low reward, they asked him. Was it a high risk, low reward? He said he don't know because he don't know what the reward is. Really, really slick answer from the Pootie Tang of boxing, Errol the Truth, Big Fish Spence Jr. But the fight with Crawford, is it going to happen? Are they going to continue to play these games? Are we going to go reset and they're going to go back to not acknowledging each other and having this little ego thing? Is it going to go back to that again? This is just what I'm feeling. I hope not. I hope we go right into the fight. Errol Spence, nothing. Keith Thurman didn't get brought up. Strange enough, they didn't get a chance to get the Keith Thurman question brought up. That would have been a good one. That would have been a good one. He got asked if he was going to spin the block. But now his answer to that, I didn't quite know if he was responding to the boots question or he responded to that. Leave it in the comment section. But I don't know. Is Errol Spence even ready for Terrence Crawford at this point? We heard what Derek James had to say. Bomac said, we coming right for Spence. Crawford said, look, man, y'all already know what it is. I ain't got to mention his name. Y'all already know what it is. But when you heard Derek James, he didn't seem like, I don't know. No, don't care. Spence, he got the same type of energy. He didn't say he didn't care nothing, but he didn't say, there, man, we definitely going to make that fight happen. You know, we definitely going to do this thing. He said he's staying with Al Heyman to the beginning. He started with Al Heyman, he's going to end with Al Heyman. So there ain't going to be no BLK prime for Errol Spence Jr. But I don't know if I quite like that energy when talked about Terrence Crawford. They should be looking forward to getting in the ring with him as soon as possible. You got to ask about the weight. How much longer can you make 147? I don't know. How hard is it? But hard as it was back then or some shit like that, he said. Something like that, he said. But I don't know. Is this fight going to happen in 2023, man? Are these dudes going to continue to milk it? Are these dudes going to continue to stretch out this negotiation process? Will Crawford even have access to hop right in negotiations with them? Coming in as an independent fighter, they're probably going to make it a lot more difficult. They're going to probably make it difficult. Because now Terrence Crawford, yesterday's price ain't today's price. Of course, there's narratives that he ain't get his $10 million and all this other weird stuff. People who know his routing number and they got his bank account information. They got his W-2s. You know, they do his taxes for him. You know, you got a lot of these guys out here these days. But I don't know. The big fish got into some accidents, detached retinas. Like, is he even ready for Terrence Crawford? I mean, Terrence Crawford is the top of his game. He could have had pillows on. He would have still knocked out David Averesian. He could have had the sock and boppers on, and he would have still knocked Buddy out. So, is the big fish ready for Spence? See, this is something that people don't really talk about. People be so busy hating on Bud, they don't even pay attention to Spence. They too busy hating on Terrence Crawford. They ain't even paying attention to the big fish. The big fish is a tough dude, man, getting in these accidents, but, you know, he needs to make this fight, man, because he seems to have some pretty bad luck outside of boxing. Seems like a really good, nice guy, but he seems to have some bad luck out of boxing. He needs to make this fight with Crawford, man. Get locked in, get zoned in, get Derek James. Of course, they got to deal with the Frank Martin fight. Of course, that energy was there for that. But him being a professional fighter himself, he needs to be focused on the Crawford fight. Period. Since they the ones with the resources, they the network, blah, 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 they should be looking to give Terrence Crawford what he wanted to go over there and beat his ass. Not make it so difficult. He's an independent fighter. Make it, you know, he's Terrence Crawford. He's just not some anti-fighter. But Spence said he had options. He said he had options. I'm not sure who these options are. Then they didn't bring up Keith Thurman, John Boots Ennis. I'm not sure. Will Errol Spence hop right in there with Boots Ennis? I doubt it. I don't even think that'll be wise. I think he should go right for Crawford. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.